Hello. If you are running an SME, you often ask yourself, does your sales team actually stock before committing the orders? Do dispatches get delayed because inventory data is unclear or not available? Or do invoices created late or with errors? Or dispatches are delayed because the invoice creation was not possible? Well, these three problems are usually connected, and today in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix them using one single order processing software. As you can see on my screen, we have order processing software focusing separately a sales version, invoicing version, and inventory version. Most softwares have these softwares separately in different windows, but in Odoo, all these three applications are found in one single screen. That means sales in one place, stock not necessarily in Excel in the system, but Odoo provides you all. Let's start with a sales window. When you are salespeople are trying to place an order, let's choose a customer, choose a particular product, when you choose a particular quantity, the system has information about your stock, about your lead times, and based on this information, when you click on the sales forecast, it will essentially give you details about the forecasted stock, what quantity is available, and if lead time is available, then it can also specifically tell you the dates. For example, in this 27 January, 170 quantities are available. Let's look at another product. In this product, you can see the item is in red color. However quantities I add, it is going to show in red color because the quantity is not available. And also the quantities are not planned also. That means there is no clarity on the availability of these items as well based on the routing that is selected. And if I choose a third product in which you can see that the quantity is not available, but the expected delivery is 27th of January. So based on this, you can deliver or promise to your customers the actual delivery. The delivery dates can be defined based on the lead time that you have. You can choose a lead time for your customers, let's say 3 days, let's say 15 days, and maybe 5 days from now. Once your order is confirmed, it gives you complete clarity for the essential scenario. Okay. What the system would also expect is to create multiple warehouses and multiple locations from where the inventory has to be moved. In this situation, the inventory can be created or the warehouse can be created right from the system. You can have multiple warehouses or multiple locations from where the inventory will move, and depending on your choice, the system will choose the correct inventory location. The system is asking me to choose the correct warehouse, and based on this, I can choose the warehouse. Now, the inventory location and the quantity availability is completely based on the warehouse. Going to the inventory window now, from a delivery person's expectations. We have following delivery which is supposed to take place. As we can clearly see that these two products are currently unavailable based on the quantities. These quantities are unavailable because of the stock availability issues. If the stock is available, then you will be able to dispatch them. Let's update these quantities. As you can see that the inventory holds the quantity for large cabinet and can be dispatched immediately, but for the other product the quantities are unavailable. So it is practically possible that when you are delivering or committing to the client or informing about the dispatch date, you can clearly commit on the same. If you want to do a partial dispatch, you will be able to do this from the screen. let's say I click on validate, and I would be able to push through a partial order or partial dispatch and create a back order for the remaining items. Going back to the original sales order, I would be able to see that the following items are partially delivered and this quantity is still not delivered. If I want to create invoice for this particular dispatch, I would be able to click on create invoice, and an invoice can be pushed to the finance section and finally validated before it is shared with the logistics team. In the original sales order, I can still see the bleach item to be undelivered. The absorbent items is part of sales and purchase cycle, and it is meant to be drop shipped, so that's why the delivery is not going to take place directly here. Going back to the pending deliveries, this item would be delivered only once it is available, and whose availability can be seen through different windows. One of the windows being this, and if you still want to see further for this item, you can see the forecast window from the product, which gives you complete clarity on the product's availability. Right now I can see no forecasting, no purchases being available. Let's create a purchase order for this item through replenishments. So I'm going to replenish, let's say 250 quantities for this item through the replenishment window. Once you do that, you can go to purchase orders. And I'm going to confirm this order. This item is supposed to be received. If I look at the window here, I can see that the 150 items are forecasted. So with respect to forecast of my delivery, I can see that 250 units are expected on 27th of January. Going back to the sales order and delivery, the item which is pending, it can still tell you the availability of product is expected on 27th. What you can see right now is that based on the actions performed in different modules, the system gives you clear-cut availability window for the different items, whether it is being manufactured, whether it is being procured through replenishment. And once this item is actually received, through the receipt procedure, I can now go to inventory to deliver this item, which is now showing available. Once the validation is done, I can go back to my original order and invoice the pending quantities. This completes the cycle from the ordering process to the procurement cycle. It gives you complete clarity right from the order to the dispatch to the invoice. If your dependency is on production or procurement or subcontracting, even that can be tracked through the system. All these records can be seen through different dashboards and reporting. The dashboard at any point of time gives you complete clarity on your sales numbers. It is telling us how much sales was recorded in different months, and of course you have the flexibility to choose in terms of different date periods. You can also see the orders in terms of which customer is acquiring more orders, different countries in which orders are being placed, the products which are acquiring major time for you, what are your different customers and category. If you are looking for a product based information or categorization, then from revenue perspectives, by number of quantities being sold, by categories of the products, and so on. With respect to invoicing numbers, the invoicing numbers are also available here, in which you will be able to see the tracking by time in terms of numbers as well as amount. The invoices top numbers in terms of revenue, in terms of customer, in terms of countries, in terms of category, in terms of items, in terms of people as well. And with respect to warehouse metrics, you will be able to see different operational analytics based on the quantities availability. So there are different types of transactions. We can also track with respect to which deliveries are late, which receptions are currently available. That's all for this video. I'm sure this will help the SMEs to manage their order processing softwares with full efficiency. Thank you.